Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the process that we need to follow when you are renting a property, whether that's a HMO room or a flat, even a house. So there's some standard process that we follow here at Equity Group that we ensure for the last kind of 23 years, we have been fairly successful at managing both our rental utilization rates. So we operate at 95% occupation or rental rate, and also we minimize the amount of kind of rent loss that we have had over the last 23 years. Remember, it's running a business. If you are making losses via non-payment of rent, you're not going to succeed for very long, because at some point you're going to run out of cash. So here are my kind of 5 steps of what we kind of follow within the team here as to how we do things. So first of all, there's a process of how to rent it. So you will start by advertising, and to do that, we use places like Gumtree, which is free, basically. Open Rent, it's you have a free version, but also you have a paid version. The paid version, sometimes we wait until a week or so. If something has not rented, then we pay I think it's £29 on Open Rent. Why I like that service is because they then flag you up onto Rightmove and Zoopla. So they use their platform on Open Rent to advertise our property. So that's the second stage. For HMO rooms, we use spareroom.co.uk, and they are pretty good. Also, although recently they've kind of changed their algorithm, so they're trying to kind of get you to pay an annual fee, but then on top of that pay a top-up fee, which gets a bit annoying at the moment. So we're looking at alternative to move away from Spare Room. But up until now, for the last kind of 10 years or so, we've been using Spare Room. In order to facilitate your success rate, make sure your pictures are great, your videos are really well put together of the rooms, the house, whatever property you're renting. And also we tend to now add in a virtual tour video as well. So on Spare Room, we will walk through the door, walk through the actual house itself, show people the communal areas for HMO, and then the room that they'll occupy as well. The more photos and videos that somebody has, the less risky it is that they'll turn up and they think, oh, that's not for me, and then you've wasted your time as well. So we really cut down our wasted time and journey by doing that. The obvious thing also is have a good description on your advert. What is it that you're renting, and what comes with it, what's excluded? Is it bills all in for HMO? Is it, do you provide the gardener, for example, if you're renting a flat with communal spaces, etc., etc. So be very clear with your description, what comes with that rent. The other key things that people want to know is location. So where is the actual property? Maybe add a map point. You can use Google Map or anything like that onto your advert. That'd be really helpful. So then people know exactly where they'll be located. Some people are moving from different places of the country, so they might not know exactly that location. So that's very helpful. What we also put in on our advert is what's close for work. So if somebody's relocating from area A to area B, it will be good for them to know that there's an Asda, there are warehouses, there's a motorway very close by, there's a NHS hospital close by, etc., etc. So depending on where you are, kind of flag up some of these kind of places of work as much as possible to your prospective tenant as well. Transport links, it's a key one. So put in what tube, train, bus route, maybe if that's kind of relevant to your area. Airports, if there's one very close by, or even ports as well. So depending on where you are in the country, I think it's worth putting these in, because some people are either going to be working there or trying to get to and from those places as well. So they just need to know how far things are from this property. Then the next bit after that, then you start organizing viewings. So you put these ads on, and then people start responding, asking questions, and then you need to start booking in viewings once you start getting to that. So in terms of efficiency to progress your viewings, what we tend to do is to get block viewings done. So we will, depending on the demand on that particular property, for example, 1-bed flats at the moment are crazily busy, so we'll have 7 or 8 people turn up on the day in a block, and then we are only going there once, and then doing 7 or 8 viewings. That also increases the competition slightly, so people tend to want to commit quite quickly if they think they're going to take it, rather than dilly-dallying around coming back to you 2 or 3 days later, because you can see the amount of people that are interested in that property. So block viewing is definitely the best way, but obviously if you've got 1 or 2, then you organize it. But the idea is to organize it quicker, sooner rather than later, so because otherwise people start looking at other places, and then we lose. This is how we achieve 95% utilization or rental rates. The next thing is, once you've then kind of decided who you're gonna try and go to, we also actually, one of the stages that we try to do, sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it doesn't work, we ask people and we try to screen people before even coming to the viewing. So we ask people to send us some form of information around pay slips, bank statements and IDs. It's 50-50, some people do it, some people don't. We don't cancel their viewings if you don't do it, because just in case, you know, they haven't got time or they don't feel like committing some time to do that. But if they do, then that also helps us in the future as well, because if they do tend to take it, we can move the process on very quickly. So that's kind of the process of how to advertise and getting to a stage of viewing. In the next phase, then, we need to talk about how do you choose which tenants you're going to use, or you're going to choose from, and what will you need to do next.